Are you an adult who suspects or has a previous diagnosis of ADHD or learning disability and is preparing to take the GRE, LSAT, MCAT, or other high-stakes exam? For adults with ADHD or other learning disabilities, testing accommodations can make all the difference in not allowing these high-stakes, very important exams negatively affect your ability to get into top graduate school programs or get a license or other kind of career-oriented goal that you have. In this video, let's explore 3 common accommodations that can be offered for these types of exams and how to secure those accommodations. The most requested accommodation is extended time. For individuals with ADHD, it can mean 50% or more time per section of your exam. This extra time is going to allow you for careful reading of directions, of information, of content, and just less anxiety with having that additional time pressure. I know to become a licensed educational psychologist, I recently took an exam, and I thought I was going to have lots of time, and I would click all the answers that I wasn't sure about. And I was like, okay, at the end of this test, I'm going to go back and like double check that I think I picked the right answers. And when I got done, and I don't even have an ADHD diagnosis, I only had 3 minutes left. So it was a mad dash, like looking at the few questions that I thought that I was not confident in. But if I had had ADHD, I might not have even finished the exam because of, difficulty with focus and concentration, even in a quiet testing environment. To request extended time, most of these exams require documentation of a disability from a qualified professional explaining how ADHD impacts your performance in a time setting. From there, that professional makes recommendations on exactly how much time they feel that you would need based on your testing results. Another accommodation that colleges or some of these high-stakes exams may provide with the appropriate documentation is a separate testing setting. One that doesn't have other people, clicking and making noises and, distracting you from your thoughts and your concentration. This documentation also would require that clinical diagnoses of ADHD or other documentation, possibly from your previous IEPs that you had before the age of 18. Oftentimes, the problem with using your IEP is that it's outdated by the time you applied for some of these exams, especially if they're exams after your undergraduate degree has been completed, because a lot of these exams require documentation of a disability and its impact to be within 5 years. And then another accommodation that may be provided are frequent breaks. So with this one, sometimes these tests do say you can take a break, you can go to a certain location, you can use the restroom if it's like a 4-hour exam. But getting accommodations for breaks might also help extend that time that you're allowed for, decompression, especially if you have anxiety or some other kind of disability that requires you to take breaks. The professional who provided your evaluation will recommend having structured breaks because it'll help you with your mental fatigue, anxiety, any medications that you may need to take a break for, and help you refocus with having those breaks allowed for you as an accommodation. If this sounds like accommodations that you need and you're also struggling with the process and the documentation of having a disability for one of these exams, and you live in California, SoCal Educational Evaluations can provide you with that support with an evaluation and provide you with completing any documentation letters that you would need for taking your high-stakes exam. We offer virtual testing anywhere throughout California, as well as in-person testing in Southern California at any of our testing locations. We are located in Orange County, but we have testing sites, from San Diego to Santa Barbara. So if you're looking for an in-person exam, we can do that. Or virtual is very flexible, but only in California. Check us out today. Our website is socaleducationalevals.com. The link is below for your free consultation on if we can help you with getting those accommodations for your high-stakes test. Thanks for watching.